Hey chickies! Okay, today we are doing Watermarble Polished Mountain. It's just ridiculous, isn't it? Okay, so Cristine from Simplynailogical did a challenge which was set by her subscribers on YouTube to paint or a layer of each of her polishes onto her nails. She coined it Polish Mountain. It's since taken off. She did it first, I think, a couple of months ago, and it pretty much blew out and became very, popular and this, that, and the other. And I tend to be one of those people that sits back and watches things happen, and then I might do it at some other stage. Like, I don't tend to jump in the pool straight away. But I've been watching other people do varying different sort of iterations of it. Basically, Polish Mountain is 100 layers of something. It started off as 100 layers of polish. It's been 100 layers of foundation, 100 layers of other stuff that you probably wouldn't want to mention. Cristine mentioned that on one of her videos a while ago. Anyway, so I just thought to do something a little bit different is to do 100 water marbles on my nails. Now, as you can see from the photo, my nails aren't that thick and they don't really look like a polished mountain, to be honest, and hence the fail. Well, not really the fail, but you'll see what the fail is soon. So basically, the reason why my nails aren't very thick and aren't super mountain-ish is because each of the polish layers that I did were quite thin, because that's just the nature of water marble. When it spreads across the surface of the water, it thins right out. So you would have to do about 1,000 of them to get a really good height. So they were thick, trust me, they were very thick and quite uncomfortable, but not as mountainy as others have been. Anyway, I really hope you like this. Sorry about the long intro. I just wanted to explain why I was doing this, because there may be some people who are living under a rock who don't know anything about Polish Mountain. If you want to go and check out the other things, just check out the hashtag. And thanks very much to Cristine for starting this whole thing. Yay! Woohoo! I kind of hate her right now. Not a lot, but just a little bit. Okay, so to start off with, all of my nails are white. I'm using OPI's Alpine Snow, and then I'm using Simply Peel by Bliss. And yes, I used a whole hell of a lot of it. And a lot of you might be thinking, well, why are you using liquid latex? You never use liquid latex when you do water marble. And the reason for that is that it was a little bit more convenient to do that than using my regular washi tape. So that's why. And don't worry, a lot of people are going to be telling me that I'm wasting stuff right now, but I am getting some more Simply Peel in the mail very shortly, so I wasn't too concerned about using it all up. I think I used almost 2/3 of a bottle in this whole thing. It was a lot. Okay, so polish done, liquid latex done, now time for the water. I'm just using regular tap water, and I'm using a small cereal bowl for this because I want to be able to dip all of my nails in at once, because there's no way I'm doing it in individual nails. There's absolutely not going to happen. No. Okay, so first water marble, and I'm not listing all of the polishes. I'll list the brand names of the polishes that I use down in the description box down below, but I'm not listing all of the polishes I use. There are just too many of them. However, I used the PIPEDREAM polishes for the very first one because they are the best at water marbling. Like, they're the top water marbling polishes out there. So that's why I've used those. And besides, I wanted something lovely and colourful for the very first one. And I just wanted to mention, I started this at 7:30 in the evening on Saturday night, my Saturday here in Australia. So that's the first one down. A couple more to go. As you can see, we're taking off the liquid latex. Cristine calls that peel porn. And also, as you can see, I didn't really put enough liquid latex on these fingers because I still have quite a bit to clean up. So the second water marble was going to be all hollow, but it didn't work. It spread out too thin on the surface of the water and they just wouldn't move. So I took that out and started again. So number 3, technically speaking it's number 2, but let's just say it's number 3. You need to give me something here. I did a combination of clear water using pipe drain polish and the black and some of the hollow, which tended to work a little better but not great. Now, in an effort to not let this video go too long, I have speeded up pretty much all of the water marbles. They need to be faster because this was a long video and I was starting with 2.5 hours of footage. So I'm sorry if people want to see the water marbles slower, you just can't, because I'm not. It'd take me 7 days to upload this video if it was any longer than it is. Now, having said that, I am going to give you nail cleanup porn in this video. This is it. This is your block of nail cleanup porn. And someone mentioned the other day that I should slow the footage down. Ordinarily I would, but for this video I just can't. So I'm sorry about that, but enjoy. And here's number 6, a black and white water marble. Now, I didn't really give much thought to the designs that I was creating in the water marble. It was just whatever I was feeling at the time, bearing in mind that by this time I had already had 2 cups of coffee, and I don't drink coffee, I'd normally drink tea. So I needed to stay awake because it was getting really late. Next, I was moving on to number 7. I'm getting really sick of it by now. It didn't take long. I was surprised at how little time it took for me to start getting sick of doing water marble, which I never thought I would ever say, to be honest. But yeah, I did not do myself any favours by doing this challenge. None at all. I also think that it was at this point that I started to notice that the nails started to look like they had some kind of mysterious disease. Not my nail itself, but the surface of the polish started to have these little bubbles in them, and it never really got any better from that point on. It's just terrible. Why would anyone do this? I don't know. It's very strange. And yes, I did on a regular basis get my fingers stuck together because I was kind of delirious by this stage. Next, we're moving on to number 8. So exciting. It's just not boring at all yet, is it? But there is something I did want to show you. I've actually created a little collection now of silicone that I've peelies from the silicone. As you can see, there's a few of them. And I'm going to end up with quite a collection by the end of this video. Now, as you can see, I have learnt from my mistakes and I'm putting a bucket load of liquid latex on my fingers now, like heaps, like a lot. Now, it's at this stage that I decided to change the water. No particular reason, I just felt like it needed changing, so I did it. I changed it. Now, the polishes that I used for this are anywhere from pipe drain polish, CIRQUE colours, OPI. I used a lot of OPI, some KESTERBLACK polishes, picture polish. I actually used Instinct, my picture polish Instinct in one of them, and Colour Club hollow polishes as well, but mainly the black and white polishes were Alpine Snow and or what's it called, CUCCIO colors. Their white and black polishes are some of the best white and black water marbling polishes in the world. That's just my humble opinion. They work really, really well together. I'm not sure why after this particular water marble, the number 14, that I ended up with these holes in my nails, which was probably going to be really awful for those people that suffer from that trichophobia or whatever it's called. So don't look if you have that. Don't look right now. Don't look. It's disgusting. It's just so awful. Ugh, yuck. Now, I 100% feel like this is one of my favourite water marbles of this whole entire project. I really, really love the colours and the way it came out. I just loved it so much. And then once you've done bright colours, you then have to put some sort of neutral colours over the top of that in order to go back to bright colours. So you'll find that a lot of the time I go back to black and white, or just white and white, or white and grey, or that sort of stuff, just to bring the colours back to sort of more of a neutral palette, so that I can then move on to something a little brighter. Gosh, it's just so annoying after a while, and really, 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 really boring. Oh, it was really boring after a while. And for some reason with number 19, I decided to give the Colour Club hollows another go and see if I could make them work. Needless to say, it wasn't very successful. Now, by this time it was about 4 o'clock in the morning, and I was really, really tired despite the amount of coffee I had already drunk. I think I was starting to get the jitters a little bit, and after this one, which was without a doubt, even though I said it before, this was my absolute favourite of the entire project, decided to add a coat of Seche Vite over the top of the ones I'd done so far, which was, I didn't even know at this stage how many, lots. And I went to bed, and then I woke up the next morning and I kept going. Okay, so it's the next morning, and of course, because I've already got really bright nails, I need to add some white and black to bring it back down so I can add more bright colors. But they did okay overnight. Like, there was one, my Incl nail was a little bit smushed, but not smushed so much that I'd had to start it over again. So I just kept powering through and soldering on and kept going. Ugh. but it did get really, really boring after a while. Like, yeah, it was boring. It was really, I wouldn't recommend it. Like, no, wouldn't recommend anyone doing this at all. But by all means, if someone wants to try and do the Watermarble Polished Mountain Challenge, then go ahead. But fair warning, don't say I didn't warn you. It is boring as all get out. Now, after 34 water marbles, I wanted to give you an update on the peely situation. This is it. It's quite impressive, don't you think? I might keep them as a reminder to never, ever, ever do this again. Okay, so this is number 39, and this is where I stop. And the reason for that is that I was literally going to go insane. I'm not joking. I was so bored and I was so annoyed and I just wanted to stop. I really did. I just wanted to stop. And I just thought 39 water marbles is pretty good. And I can be proud of that. I know it's a fail in relation to not being 100 coats of water marble on nails, but for me and what I went through with it, I was fine with it. 39 is fine. 30, even though it's an odd number, which I hate odd numbers, I can't stand them. But it's just, if I had kept going, I would have literally pulled my hair out, possibly broken all of my nails, and then ended up in an igloo somewhere. It's like, no, I had to stop. Okay, so as this is the last one, I decided to add a hollow top coat using CIRQUE Colours Wee Trippy in honour of Cristine, the queen of Polished Mountain. But for some reason, it put holes in the nail. The nails were dry, like the top of the nail was dry. That last water marble was completely dry, but for some reason it put these weird holes in it. I also wanted to show you like a side view of my nails. You can see they're quite thick, but they're certainly not mountains. That's why it's a Polished Mountain fail, but it's not a fail. Like, I still did 39 water marbles, which I don't think anybody has done yet. So, and I can see why now, and I definitely won't be doing it again. Definitely not. Of course, once that's completely dry, you want to seal it all in with your favourite top coat. Of course, mine is always and always will be Seche Vite, as per usual. Now, I kept these on for a couple of hours because I wanted to be able to do this, which is peel them off. And I forgot to mention at the beginning of this video that I actually did use the peel off base coat, which Cristine uses. And I wanted to be able to peel them off like this. And they came off so perfectly. I was so pleased. And it actually felt really, I felt so relieved once they were off. But as you can see, the underside of my nail is chock full of polish, which is going to take a little longer to take off because I didn't put the peel off base coat on the underside of my nail, which is probably should have done that, but anyway, doesn't matter. And these will just be, I'll keep them as a reminder to never do this again. Ever do this again. Also, here is my final collection of peelies. Aren't they cute? so ridiculous. Oh my gosh, it's just the most ridiculous thing to do ever. I wouldn't recommend it, but you know, if you want to, go ahead, but don't say I didn't warn you. And that's it for this one. I really hope you enjoyed watching it. I'm not going to say I really hope you liked it, because I'm sure none of you did. And that's fine. Thank you again to Cristine for the original inspiration. I will link her original video down below so you can go and check it out if you haven't already. Which I don't think there's really anyone who hasn't seen it. She's hilarious. You should go and subscribe to her and watch her anyway. She's so funny. Don't forget to watch my previous video, because I have this fancy outro card and I want to use it. Plus it's way less pointless than this video, and you'll actually probably try and learn something over in that video, that previous video. Anyway, thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye, chickies. Oh, and thank you for subscribing, and thanks for that delicious thumbs up. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. It's really important, because it means that we know that you love us, and or at least that you're interested in watching some of the things that we do. Anyway, I'm going now. Bye.